Okay, module 22.2, we're going to be solving quadratic equations by completing the square. Let's go get to it. All right, first let's do some factoring practice. We'll focus on 1 and 3, and then we'll do 2 and 4 in class. So if you remember how to factor trinomials, the way you would factor x squared plus 8x plus 16 would be to find two numbers that multiply and give you 16, add and give you 8, okay? And hopefully you are very good at factoring by now, and you know that that would be 4 and 4. 4 times 4 is 16, and 4 plus 4 is 8. Now this is called a perfect square trinomial. Why? Well, because our two factors are the same. Okay, we could rewrite it as x plus 4 squared. X plus 4 squared is the same thing as x plus 4 times x plus 4. So this is what we would call a perfect square trinomial, where our two factors are exactly the same. Here's another example. Actually, let me do 1 and 2, and then in class we'll do 3 and 4. Here's another example of a perfect square trinomial. Here, we need to think of two numbers that multiply and give us 81, add and give us negative 18. And that would be negative 9 and negative 9. But you see, both factors are the same. Therefore, this is a perfect square trinomial. All right? We could write this as x minus 9 squared. And if you remember what we did yesterday, you are probably starting to realize why we would want it to write it this way. Because if we could write a perfect square trinomial in this way, we would be able to solve a quadratic equation by taking square roots, which was the whole goal of today's lesson. So let's get started. All right, so like I said before, if you have a perfect square trinomial, you can factor using square roots. And that's our whole purpose of this lesson. We want to factor by square roots. That's the whole purpose of this module. So let's do an example. Here we have x squared plus 4x plus 4. Now this is a perfect square trinomial. So if we factor this, this would be x plus 2 times x plus 2, right? 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 plus 2 is 4 as well. All right, and why did we want to do that? Well, now this changes to x plus 2 squared equals 25, and this is what we did yesterday. All right, now we can solve this equation by taking square roots. We take the square root of both sides, so that will change us to x plus 2 equals plus or minus, and then the square root of 25 is 5. All right. Then from here, you would solve this equation by subtracting by 2 on both sides, and that would give you x equals negative 2 plus or minus 5. Now, let's go ahead and solve or find out both possible answers. So one of them would be x equals negative 2 plus 5, which is 3, and the other one would be x equals negative 2 minus 5, which is negative 7. And that is what we did yesterday. So that's why we want to change a trinomial. I'm sorry, that's why we want to factor a perfect square trinomial and change it to this, because once we've changed it to this, we can solve this equation by taking square roots. That's the whole purpose. Now, what about if our trinomial is not a perfect square trinomial? If it's not a perfect square trinomial, we want to change it to a perfect square trinomial. And this process is called completing the square. So to complete the square, you would first want to write your trinomial in this fashion, in this form right here, x squared plus bx equals c. What you're going to do next is you're going to take half of b and square it, then add it to both sides. Then you would factor the perfect square trinomial, and then you would take the square root of both sides and solve for both cases. So go ahead and write all these steps down, and you'll get a better picture of what these steps are actually trying to tell you when we do some examples. All right, so here we have an example where we do not have a perfect square trinomial, right? So we'd want to change this to a perfect square trinomial. To do that, you would first want to write it in this format, x squared minus bx equals c, right? And that was part of your steps in the last slide. Okay, so to do that, you are going to subtract by 27 on both sides. And you would get x squared minus 12x equals negative 27. Okay, so what you do next is you look at your b value, and you divide your b value by 2. You cut it in half, and I'll go ahead and do that on the side here. Negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6. And then you take that value and square it. So negative 6 squared is going to equal 36. And you'll see why we're doing that in a moment. And you're going to want to add this 36 on both sides of your equation. So this is going to turn into, if we add 36 on both sides of the equation, this is going to turn into x squared minus 12x plus 36 equals, and then negative 27 plus 36 is 9. Okay, now, why did we do that? Why did we complete the square? Well, if we look at this now we could go ahead and factor this perfect square trinomial. Now this is a perfect square trinomial. We could go ahead and factor it. So, to do that, you would need to find two numbers that multiply and give you 36, add and give you negative 12, and that's going to be negative 6 and negative 6. And now, there we have it. That's going to be just x minus 6 squared. And that was the whole purpose of this, because now we can solve this quadratic equation by taking square roots. We take the square root of both sides, and we get x minus 6 equals plus or minus this square root of 9, which is 3. Add 6 on both sides, and we get, let me change this to black, we get x equals 6 plus or minus 3, and then solve for both cases. So one of them is going to be x equals 6 plus 3, and the other one's going to be x equals 6 minus 3. All right, and that'll give you 9 and 3. Okay, and those will be your two answers. Okay. So here we're missing an x here. There should be an x right here. But we're going to go ahead and solve this one by completing the square as well. So to do that, you would first want to take that b value, which is 12, and cut it in half. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Then take that value and square it. 6 squared equals 36. And that's what you are going to be adding to both sides of this equation. So plus 36 plus 36. And if you do that, you get x squared plus 12x plus 36 equals 41. Now you could go ahead and factor this perfect square trinomial. So this is going to be, and I'll change to white here, x plus 6 and x plus 6. 6 times 6 is 36, and 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay? Which would be x plus 6 squared equals 41. Next, you would take the square root of both sides, and that would leave you with x plus 6 equals the square root of 41, which 41 is prime and does not have an integer as an answer when we take the square root of 21. That should be plus or minus 21, I'm sorry. So we would just leave it as plus or minus the square root of 41. Okay? Then you would subtract by 6 on both sides, and that will leave you with x equals negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 41. And that would be your final answer. That would be how to complete the square. All right, we'll do some more examples of these tomorrow. Any questions or any additional help needed, just come see me during my tutoring time. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.